Hello, everyone. Welcome to this video of the compensation plan or the marketing plan of UShare. My name is Pascal Default, and I'll try my best to explain the UShare marketing plan to you guys. I'll be doing it with the official document of that plan, because I don't want to go into trying to put it in a nice presentation and end up leaving out some very crucial information. It is an amazing plan. And if you're not aware of UShare, then I recommend you watch my other video where I present the UShare, actually the DT Socialize, which is the holding on top of UShare. So let's go ahead. So I don't want this to be too long. So I'll be skipping things that you could actually go back and read for yourself. But I'll be spending more time on the essential information. So let me go ahead and start scrolling through this presentation. But before we actually start, I'd like to remind you, as I said, my name is Pascal Default. I am not a financial advisor, and nor am I an investment advisor. I only share great information that I find, and things and projects that I participate in. So you follow this at your own risk. If you choose to try it out, again, you do it at your own risk. You make your own decisions. And if you choose to do so, always remember that you should only invest with money you can afford to lose, because investments always involve risk to lose part or all of your capital. To begin with, you will have no obligation to purchase our products and services, and you will never be obliged to make minimum purchases to maintain qualification levels, as the compensation plan is designed to give our sharers the opportunity, according to the sales volume directly and indirectly developed, to access the qualification levels set out in the compensation plan. So you'll decide how much time to devote to your share business earnings in 100% meritocratic system. Meaning what? Meaning that the more time you put in, the more rewards you get. The less time you put in, the less rewards you get. Fair? So DT Circle is an entrepreneurial project of DT Socialize Limited Company under Maltese law, whose products and services are marketed and distributed by SPM SRL. All right, so part one, this is where we start. It is important, before we even start, to understand what a rev is. If you're familiar with the MLM, you probably know about point volume. Point volume is a percentage of the sales that you make that your rewards are based or calculated from. So it's good to understand that. And with UShare, your point volume represent 80% of the money you spend, or the sales you make. So the total REV, or rev, this is how it's called here, the total rev varies according to 3 bands provided by the marketing plan. The bands that are referred here are basically 3 different groups of countries where you have significant difference in the cost of living. For example, the cost of living in Africa and some very poor Asian countries is different from the cost of living in South America. And then that South American cost of living is different from the North American and the European or Australian cost of living. So, and based on that, the company came up with 3 different groups of countries, which have 3 different, levels of qualifications. You'll notice, for example, here, the list of countries, it's pretty long, all right? And you will notice here what group they're part of, whether it's A, B, or C. A being the richest, B being like in the middle, and C being at the bottom of that list. So for example, Afghanistan is in the C group. They'll have a different amount that they can start this, participating in this project with. Albania is in C group, Algeria C, American Samoa is in C, Andorra is in A, and for example, Barbados is in Antigua and Barbuda is in B, Argentina is in C, Australia, for example, is in A. If I look for a country like Canada, Canada is in A, Cameroon is in C, Burundi is in C, Bulgaria is in B, right? So this is how you read this in order to find out what category you are in. France is in A, Finland is in A, Fiji Island is in B. So I'll scroll like this. If you want to find out where your country is, just pause, while it goes over your letter, and then you can find out whether you are in A, B, and C. And then A, B, and C have different levels that they can join this business at. And it's very important to find out where your level is. All right, good. So let's go ahead and start talking about the marketing plan. So from start to diamond, the way you understand this ladder here is you start at start if you fulfill these conditions. So in order to become a start, you need to have 1,000 rev. 1,000 rev represents 80% of the money you spent or the U card you bought. The U card, as we will see, as you probably seen already. If not, you can go check the other video, the presentation video. So the U card is like credit that you buy in order to purchase stuff on the UShare platform. So you buy a U card. How do you buy a U card? By transferring either cash through bank wire or bank transfer or cryptocurrency into your UShare marketing account. And once the money is transferred, you can then use it to buy a U card, which, as I said, is like a credit that you buy, and then you will use that credit called U balance in order to purchase something like a blockchain phone that we call the Animal, or to purchase token, DT Circle tokens. So in order to reach the rank, the start ranking, you need, if you are in, countries that are found in bracket A, you need to accumulate 1,000 rev, whether yourself or both together with the people from the team you're building. If you are in bracket B are South America and others, we have a list of those countries. You need 500 rev. And if you're in bracket C, which are mostly African countries, you need to have accumulated 125 revs. And this is both yourself and your team. In order to move up to the next rank, which is Pearl, you need to have 5,000 rev. You need to have accumulated 5,000 rev if you are in Europe or North America, or in the countries from that A group. You need to have accumulated 5,000 revs between your personal rev and those of your team. So if you are from the B group of countries, you need to have accumulated 2,500 revs. And if you're in a group C, you need to have accumulated 625 revs. And that is the first condition. The second condition is that you need to have at least one person ranked star in your team. One person ranked star mean one person that fulfilled this very first step of a minimum of 1,000 if they're in Group A country, or 500 in Group B, or 125 in Group C. That is what would make you become a pearl. All right, that's what makes you become a pearl. To move to the next one, you become a sapphire. If you become a sapphire, you will need, or in order to become a sapphire, you need to have accumulated 15,000 revs if you are in a Group A country, 7,500 rev if you're in a Group B, and 1,875 if you're in Group C. And on top of these conditions, you will need to have at least 2 stars. You'll need to have at least 2 stars in your first level. I didn't mention that for the pearl, but the star that you have here or here will have to be in your first level. What is your first level? Your first level is similar to what we know in other projects as your first generation, meaning people that you've sponsored yourself directly. So people that use your own personal link in order to join the opportunity. So if you want to go to, like, if you want to qualify or to become a Ruby, if you're Ruby, in order to become a Ruby, you will need to have 30,000 revs. You know, if you're from bracket A countries, 15,000 if you're in bracket B, and 3,550 if you're in bracket C. And on top of that, you will need to have in your first level, meaning people that have used your personal link in order to join the project, you'll have 3 stars on your personal, 3 stars on your personal team on your first level, and in different lines. Okay, very important, in different lines. Different lines means that you need to have them using, like, they're not on the same line, meaning they're not in the same team under you. Let's say, for example, your first start cannot go around and have, or, you know, he cannot be under a different person but you. It has to be under you. And that's how you understand. So you keep going like that, and the qualification, of course, change. The qualifications change. So that is how you move up the rank in this marketing plan. So the start qualification is immediate. The subsequent ones come into force from the first of the month following the achievement. What does that mean? That means that as soon as you fulfill the requirements for star, you become a star. You could actually, people can join with 100 euro, right? A U card, or less than 1,000. They can join without reaching the 1,000 rev. They will be what we know as sharer, but they will not be star just yet. And in order for them to become stars, they'll need to fulfill this requirement depending on which group of countries they're in. Very important. So, but in order to move from star to pearl, they will turn into pearl the following month after they fulfill the achievement. That's the reason why usually leaders will try to push achievers towards the end of the month to get, you know, to get something done in order to get that new qualification and the profit and the benefits that come with it. So to obtain the qualification from Emerald, you can use a maximum of 50% of the rev resulting from a single line. What does this mean? It's very important to understand. So as soon as you get to here, all right, going from here to Emerald, basically you cannot, they will only take, depending on how many people you have under you, they will take those people and the rev that they generated and they divide it by 2. So 50%, and that is what they add in order to see if you reach 60,000 or 30,000 or 7,500. And once you do, then you become emerald. All right, so let's go to the next page. So then after diamond, you then have blue diamond, green diamond, purple diamond, red diamond, and so on. And the highest ranking is double black diamond. And you know, understanding the way the ranking is calculated is exactly the same, right? So it's exactly the same, and no need to explain them any further. If you want to read, of course, you can read here. Now, let's look at the earning methods. There's 5 ways to make money with UShare, all right? For those building communities, all right? For those developing communities, because not everybody is willing or is okay to build a network. You know, not everyone is a network builder. Some people just want to, you know, do their thing, buy their tokens or participate without having to tell any other person about it, because, you know, for various reasons that we're not going to discuss here. So there are 5 different ways to make money with UShare. The first one, as you can see, is the direct bonus. We're going to develop it on the next page. Then you have the team bonus, you have the matching bonus, you have the rank bonus, and you have the fast start bonus. So let's look at the direct bonus, which is, as we said, the very first one. Very simply put, the direct bonus represents 15% on rev. It represents 15% on rev or 12% on the euro spent. $20 or 20 euros, 20 euros is the entry level for Group C countries, mostly African countries, which 80% represents, or 16 rev represents 80% of 20. For Group B of countries, mostly South America, the entry level is, the entry U card is 40 euros, and 80% of 40 euros is 32. And then for A countries, the entry level U card is 100 euros, and 80% is 80 euros. So that means if you sponsor somebody using your personal link and that person buys either this or whatever they buy here, 80% is added onto your point volume or rev, the way we call it, and then you are paid a commission for having signed up that person. The commission you are paid here is equivalent to 15% of this amount of the point volume, 15% of the point volume. That is what gives you this number here. Now, if they sign up for more than, for 500 or more, you get an additional bonus. If they sign up for 500 U card, for a 500 euro U card, you get the 15% plus an additional 5%. If they sign up for, let's say, $6,000, you get 15% of 4,800 rev plus an additional 18%. And that is how it is all calculated. All right. So the team bonus. The team bonus is a bonus that you get when you start building a team. So by creating your team, you will be entitled to attractive, direct, and team bonus. All right. So as the U card are purchased by sharers of your team, they will give rise to rev on which your team bonus will be calculated in a 10 career level system for entrepreneurial difference. It is important to mention here that the rev level never ever go down. It never goes down. You keep them for life, and you keep building them up in order to grow up in ranking. So they'll never go down, and you also never have to buy, to maintain, to do what we call maintenance purchase in some other opportunities where every month you have to buy something. No. The project with UShare and DT Socialize is so awesome that, it will be making money on its own when you look at all the companies and technologies and apps that are part of the ecosystem. It's just going to work. All right. Let us look at the team bonus. So for the team bonus, when you get your start qualification, you basically get 3% of your team bonus every month for life. Can you imagine that? The bonus, the team bonus, will be yours for life. This project is here to last. So can you imagine having a residual income, a passive income that is there for life? Can you imagine if you work hard and grow your team to the point that it replaces your work, your monthly income, to the point that you don't have to ever work again? Isn't that what we call financial freedom? So let's talk about the team bonus. Very important to understand how you earn team bonus. Let's say yourself, you are a start, right? Your level is start and you have a team. You will be making 3% of whatever rev is generated by your team. On top of your other earnings, you'll be making 3%. If you have reached the Pearl ranking, you'll be getting 5% for life of whatever rev your team has generated. If you are a Sapphire or Sapphire, you'll be getting 7% of your team volume rev. If you are, let's say, a diamond, you'll be getting 13%. If you are a double black diamond, you'll be getting 0.9%. As simple as that. Now, there are conditions that would qualify you to get those team bonus. So let's look at them. And it says here, to achieve the team bonus, you will have to own a U card with a minimum value of 100 euros and 3 direct member with a U card of 100 euro each. For some states, a 20 euro, meaning that, like as I explained, how some countries have different qualification levels. That is what they mean there. So this is the example I gave you earlier. So basically, if you are a start, it means you earn 3% on your team's rev, all right? If you are a start. If you are Pearl, you earn a different amount, a different percentage. If you are Sapphire, you earn a different percentage. So in order to qualify yourself, you need to have purchased at least 100 euro U card and have at least 3 people in your team that have also purchased 100 euro U card. So something you need to understand about the team bonus is that depending on the qualification of your team members, you are getting your share minus the ranking that they have. Let's look at this example. Let's assume you are a diamond. A diamond normally earns 13% on their team volume. But if within your team, You have somebody that is a start. We know that a start on their own team would earn 3%. You will basically earn 13% minus the 3, so you'll be earning 10% on this start team. If you have a Pearl in your team, the Pearl would normally earn 5% on their team. So you would be earning 13 minus 5. You'll be getting 8% from this guy's team. If this guy here is a Sapphire, you will be earning 13 minus 7, so 6% on his team, and that's how it works. The third bonus is basically a team leader bonus known as a matching bonus. Now, what is the matching bonus? Again, we know it in other opportunities, right? If I have to say it in a few words, the matching bonus is a percentage of every single person you personally referred, right? It is a percentage of whatever they made as money that you get. For example, as we'll see here, the matching bonus starts from the rank Sapphire. So anybody below the rank Sapphire does not get the matching bonus. As you can see, it starts at Sapphire. These are your different generations. There are 11. And if you are a Sapphire, you earn 10% on your first generation, right? Meaning you earn 10% on whatever money the people on your first generation make. Once you are Ruby, you start earning also on your second and third generation, meaning that you do not only earn on your first generation, but you also earn on people that your own people that you directly referred have referred. Meaning, for example, if I sponsor John, if I'm a Sapphire, I only get 10% on whatever John makes. If I move up to Ruby and John in the meantime has sponsored Jack, I'll be making money on 10% on what John makes, 10% on what Jax makes. And if Jack also sponsored Henry, I'll be making 15% of what Henry makes. Can you imagine this amount of money? So, and it keeps going like that. When you become a diamond, you can earn matching bonus on 8 different generations. So imagine now, if you build a huge team that goes all the way down to 11 generation of builders, if you can move your team to become builders, you can earn all this. Look, 4th generation, you're earning 20% on people you don't even know. Now imagine if that 4th generation is like maybe hundreds of people. Let's even say just 100. And from all the money that they make, you earn 20%. This is just crazy. This is one of the best bonus that every leader wants to get. If you're green diamond, look, you go all the way to 11. Imagine if you're 10 generation, you have 10 people. If every one of those 10 people also have 10 people, your second generation is already at 10 times 10, which is 100. If the 100 from the second generation also have each 10, you are at 100 times 10. You have 1,000 people on your third generation. It is crazy. And if it keeps going like that, just the sky is the limit. So we explained the matching bonus. Now let's look at the bonus number 4, which is the rank bonus. So on top of all the other bonuses that you're already getting, if on top of those bonus, if you reach these qualifications, you get paid these monies here. This is for bracket A countries, this is for bracket B countries, and this is for bracket C countries. So for the first 3 ranking, Pearl, Sapphire, and Ruby, you only get this money in DT coin. And keep in mind, the value of the DT coin keeps increasing, right? So it increases. It started at €1 and now it's at 36 point something. And if you have your DT coin and you hold on to them, who knows? It might go all the way to, look like, what the Bitcoin is doing right now. Who knows, right? Nobody knows. So once you reach Emerald, right? Once you reach Emerald, you start getting 70% of this earning here in euro paid to your bank account, and then 30% in DT coin all the way down. That's how it works. So once you reach this level, Emerald and down, so you start getting 70% of the amount in euros and then 30% in DT coin. That is the rank bonus. So let's quickly read here. The rank bonus is an additional incentive bonus for each qualification level achieved. In addition to the commissions previously seen, you'll also receive an additional amount in DT coin, the currency of the DT Circle ecosystem. So from the Emerald qualification, the 70-30 rule applies. That's what I was explaining with 70 in euros and 30 in DT coin, right? Now, the final bonus is known as the fast start bonus. So the fast start bonus is, as we're going to see here, is the system that allows you to earn from the first month of activity. So basically, if you are one of those guys who normally hits the ground running, then you are the one to go for the fast start bonus, because it means you can achieve things pretty fast, and the faster you can achieve them, the more money you can make. So we're going to see here. So basically, if you can become a star and have 3 people in your team that have purchased a card, and that together combined your rev reaches 30,000. This is your personal rev as well as theirs. You will get, if you are in group A countries, 500 euros. If you're in group B, 250. If you're in group C, 62. Now, there is a condition, and there is the condition down here. And of course, this has to be achieved within 30 days. You have to have a minimum of 3 direct with personal U card. Could be 100 U card. Or if you're in different countries, it could be a different amount, right? For example, we know that in Africa is 20 euros, and then 20 euros will give you 16 rev and so on. So the total of the revs must be produced in such a way that the sum of the weak lines is equal to at least 50% of the rev required by step 1 of the strongest line. What does that mean? That means, let's say, for example, that you have, you are in the middle here, and you have a 500 euro U card. Yes, you here have a 500 U card, and then this guy has a 1500 U cards. This guy has a 500. This guy has a 500. If you add this, the sum of this guy and the sum of this guy, which gives you 1,000, because 1,000 is greater than 50% of 1,500, which is the U card this guy has, you're fine, because you will qualify. You will qualify because 500 plus 500, which is yours, plus 500 plus 1,500 revs will give you the 3,000 revs that you require in order to qualify. If you had, if the sum of these two was less than 50% of this guy, you would not qualify. And if you do qualify for this one, you get 500 euros. The next one is Pearl. So if you reach Pearl 60 days from the day you signed up, if you reach Pearl plus one guy here, meaning a total of 4 people, because in order to reach Pearl, you must have already qualified for the first one. You would need 4 people that you've personally signed up, and and yourself, you'll be Pearl. You will then earn 1,500 euros, right? If you're in a group A, the minimum rev required for all of you together is 12,000 rev, of course. And then the same rule applies. The total of the rev must be produced in such a way that the sum of the weak lines is equal, or at least, to at least 50% of the rev required by step 1. And if you want to go to the Ruby qualification, which will pay you out 3,000 euros, you will need to achieve 30,000 rev within 90 days from your registration day. And of course, the same 50% applies here. So let's keep going. If you want to reach Diamond, it's 150 rev within 180 days with this amount of people on top of what we've already seen, and you'll get a 15,000 euro bonus. And it goes. Blue Diamond is $30,000, and that's how it works. If you want to read the summaries here, you have them. And that's for the B countries in South America, and that's for the C countries in South America. And that's basically how it works. So I hope you enjoyed this, and see you in another video.